Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me video. It is your quirky word makeup artist friend Cat Sketch here today to bring you another video. But I wanted to talk about something that is like really important for a lot of people that I wish, you know, I had an older sister to tell me stuff like this, because I'm turning 30 now. I'm letting my grays grow out. I just don't care anymore. And there's so many things that I've learned throughout my life that I've had to learn on my own, that like I didn't have like older sister, older sibling. I didn't have like some cousin tell me any of this, or you know, my parents didn't really tell me anything like this that was like things that would help me so much in the long run. Of affordable tips I found in life that really helped me save money and navigate through life a little bit better after I turned 30. Things that I discovered when I lived on my own. I had to pay that own rent. Don't listen to anybody else's opinion when you're an adult unless they actually help you pay your rent, or they really like have some significant role, in my opinion. A little backstory to my life if you're new to my channel. I am Japanese, Native American, mixed girl, even though I look super Caucasian, and I came from an Asian family that is super conservative, and they don't talk about feelings or say they're proud of you or stuff like that, or I love you that much. It came around a little bit towards the end, but we didn't talk about finances or how to really do your taxes until I moved out, or how to save money, how to open savings account, or anything like that until I was much older. And I asked, and asking questions is so important when it comes to saving money and to growing up as an adult, when you have to, even going to a doctor's and getting multiple opinions and keep asking questions, because the most important relationship you're gonna have in your life is with yourself, and how much you should really care and love yourself, because you're gonna be stuck with yourself. And as you know, simple and odd that is to say, no one's gonna look after you as much as you do. I know that's so like, well, duh, Kat, but you know, it really hit me hard once I hit my 30s that there's so many things that I wish, like I said, say again, that someone else helped me navigate, but then I learned great life lessons learning these things on my own. So I'm gonna tell you some helpful tips on navigating through life to help with affordable changes you can make, you know, selections and improvements, and like adult hacks, you know what I'm saying? So the first adult hacks is when it comes to doctors and insurance. I know, ooh, Kat, you were starting off strong and boring. I know, but once you like are 25 or older and you're off of your parents' health insurance, if they have you and you're lucky, you're so lucky, and you're not gonna realize how lucky you are until you're off your parents' health insurance, because it's expensive. And I don't know if it's like this around the world, but in the US of A, when I grew up in California, there's a difference between healthcare insurance for like your all over health checkup and eye insurance and dental insurance. You can get insurance for your pets. There's life insurance, which is the only insurance my parents really talked about. They said life insurance was like a joke, and it's like, what? Don't worry, I don't really pay that close attention to everything they say, which is another thing. Like once you turn 30, there's certain things where it's like, you don't have to take everyone's advice. You take them by like grits of sand. I take advice from multiple people. I have friends who are a lot older than me. I know that sounds weird, but I'm in my 30s. I have friends who are almost 50 or in their 50s who are like, well, I consider my friends some of my old high school professors. That sounds weird too, but I keep in touch with people and ask them. I have like mentors in my life with art. I have mentors in my life with spirituality, and it's like really important to me to have people I look up to and I get different opinions, someone I feel open with, other than just family members, because I like to gather everyone's opinion, and then it's like a little research, conducting what choices I want to make depending on everyone else's, you know, help with a situation I have on in my life. Because girl, I have the worst luck when it comes to adult things. Anyways, let's talk about the health insurance. Okay, other than doctor's insurance, you could get eye insurance. I am blind as a bat. I have to wear contact lenses, which I'm wearing now. And when I'm not wearing contact lenses, when you see me off camera, I am wearing glasses, full granny big glasses. And I love them. I think glasses really frame the face. I think you do makeup with glasses. I haven't filmed makeup with glasses only because I hate the glare. And you can see the ring light and my studio lights in the glasses, which annoys me so much. And I have that blue reflecting thing so my eyes won't get cancer, hopefully. I don't know. They talked me into it. Anyways, I say they like the eye doctors. But when it comes to eye insurance, you don't have to get eye insurance. I know that sounds crazy. A little life hack I found, especially because I was living single on my own for the longest, not a long time, but you know what I mean? When I was living single by my own, I had someone who worked in the insurance company industry who was from my personal doctor's office. He told me the lowdown. He told me instead of getting eye insurance, you could just have, if you have a Costco membership, it's $60 a year. Oh, the makeup I'm doing today is inspired by this person, Raphael MUA. I hope I'm saying that right. The barbed wire thing, I love it. But if you have a Costco membership, you could get your eye exams at Costco. Insane. I didn't know this. But it's true, like right when you walk in, near the customer service area, sometimes they'll have optometry section and you could get a full eye exam with an eye doctor in Costco. I think I paid around $30 for mine. And they give you your prescription, you get the full eye exam, your eye health and everything. And it's so much cheaper than if I did it with eye insurance on my own instead of using Costco. And on top of that, the contact lenses you get from Costco are so much more cheaper. I think I got $50 to $100 less for 6 months to even a year's worth of contact lenses through Costco and their website that I ordered online. Even I have astigmatism. That means my eye isn't like the shape as everyone else's normal eye. That means I have, instead of one ray of light, it looks like 2 rays of lights. It's complicated through my eye. We look at light differently when we're driving at night. I'll put a little chart here on the astigmatism and what that looks like to us who has astigmatism. So they have contact lenses with astigmatism. They have the ones that are like moisturizing, and they're the same contact lenses you'll get from your eye doctor, but they're cheaper at a wholesale price through Costco. That just blew my mind. So I think I paid, I want to say under $300 for 6 months. It was $250, I think, maybe a little. It was under $300 for 6 months of contact lenses. I wish I had the receipts in front of me, but it was so much more affordable than when I get 6 months through my eye doctor, on top of paying for my insurance, on top of paying the copay through an eye doctor. This is not discrediting eye doctors that have their own optometry, because I have had the same optometrist throughout my life from like middle school through high school and some of college, who's like my good Judy family optometrist who I loved. But when you're on a budget, when you're in college, when you're younger and it's just you, I'm telling you, Costco could really come through for you. Oh, and contact lenses, do not get Hubble contact lenses and some of those subscription ones, specifically Hubble, because not to bash a company, but Hubble's contact lenses are old technology on how they create their contact lenses. So they're actually suffocating your eye. I've talked to multiple eye doctors about this. They're using old products and old lenses that they're selling you for an affordable price at $30 a month. And then when you calculate it up, what you're getting for $30 a month, you're actually even paying a little less with Costco's wholesale price than if you're doing that $30 a month subscription with Hubble, which I've done before, and my eyes always were dry when I used Hubble lenses. And that's why, because they're using old lenses that they're selling to you. Like, I'm talking technology of lenses from the late 80s to early 90s. It is 2020. 30-year-old technology on lenses? No, we don't want that. Also, look at when you're thinking about cosplay lenses, do not order cosplay lenses, in my opinion, unless you're going through an optometrist subscription that goes through the company that you're purchasing from, like Sam Hain Studios, and is a great contact lens company if you're looking for effects cosplay. I've gotten some from Pinky Paradise because they really look at your eye subscription of like what your eye is. If you have astigmatism stuff, do not get from TTDI. Look at the links down below on some of my friends from Instagram. Minsuki made an amazing video on TTDI and how they bully us influencers. They bullied me before. They wanted to work for me. They don't pay well. And on top of that, people have lost their sight and damaged their eyes super bad from using TTDI lenses. And so really do your research. I know there's a lot of influencers who are promoting TTDI, but it's super dangerous. So that's with contact lenses. Now Costco, I'm telling you, I know that they're known for selling like super huge package bulk items. Like as a single person when you're younger and like college age or have your first years of jobs in your 20s, I know getting a Costco card doesn't seem like feasible. Like, why should I do this? What am I gonna do with a card that's gonna get me a sheet cake that feeds a party of 12 to 20 people? What am I gonna do with 5 pounds of tortilla chips that's gonna go stale on me before I can finish it? But what they are good for as a single person is they're like rotisserie chickens and pantry items and tires. If your tire goes out, Costco has the best prices on brand new tires for your car you're gonna find. I know there's some companies out there where you could purchase slightly used tires that still have the treads on them. That's still like good for you to purchase. But for the same, almost the same price, you get brand new tires. They'll let you actually pick out what price you want to pay for your new tires. And I've done this, and I've paid a fraction of the price than what I would pay if I went to an actual tire store with brand new tires, because sometimes salesmen are gonna try to have you buy the most expensive new tires that they have in store. And Costco lets you choose what tires you want. You might have to wait a little time for them to ship it to the Costco store, but it's so worth it. So plan ahead. Don't get the tires when it's actually flat. Maybe get a spare tire in case that happens from Costco, because I'm telling you, their tire selection is so affordable and so amazing. And I mean, toilet paper, their diapers and like vodka is almost exact replicas of like Grey Goose vodka and Pampers, because the companies, sometimes they're right next door to each other, of Kirkland's from Costco and like Grey Goose or whatever. And the Kirkland brand at Costco is so magnificent. Like you get such a great price for like, I mean, toilet paper and stuff we've all known from Miss Corona. Everyone was going there for a good reason. And no, this video is not sponsored by Costco or just a hype with Costco. Costco is just everything. Look at YouTubers like Do It On a Dime. I've learned so much from her as well, adult tips. She's like that sister that I wish I had growing up, and she's amazing and super nice. She is a person on YouTube who makes videos that are super budget friendly, how to organize and clean things. It's amazing. Now, speaking of contact lenses and glasses, we're still gonna stay on this because I have to tell you, those granny glasses that I absolutely love, and everyone's been asking me on Instagram where I got them from. I actually learned about this from Corey's little cousin, who is actually, this was weird. She was like, she knew about me before I even met Corey. She used to watch my videos. So when I met Corey, I met her, she already knew who it was a trip. That's when YouTube becomes a reality. But she's so sweet. Amy told me about eyebuydirect.com. Eyebuydirect.com, again not sponsored, is a website where you can buy wholesale prices of glasses. When you buy glasses at optometry places, they could go way over $200 for a pair of glasses. Sometimes it's just the frame, and then the lenses are gonna cost you even extra. And if you want, like, they have this really cool thing that I get on my lenses that's like a purple film over it, so that the blue light from your phones and our tablets and our computers, it reflects off of it and doesn't like affect our eye as much, because they say it could give cancerous things. But anyways, I always get that just to be safe and protected. So with that and my lenses and the frames, I get glasses for under $100 from eyebrowdirect.com. I think my new glasses I got were like around 80 bucks, including tax and shipping. It was outstanding. People would tell me this, but I just find out by asking questions on my own. You know, don't be afraid to ask people opinions and advice, because some people are really helpful, will be really helpful, more than you think. Now we're gonna keep going with this doctor stuff, and the doctor I hate the most is the dentist. We've talked about the dentist, but what I discovered is sometimes, I know this can be weird, make sure you look at the reviews, but you could get Groupons on teeth cleaning if you're super desperate. And one time when I was broke as a freaking joke, I did that, and then I found out that the dentist that I got my teeth cleaning from, that was on a discount, they had an in-house dental insurance that was only like 20 bucks a month. So I got a discount off of all the work I needed done on my teeth through their in-house insurance. That was only $20 a month. So I got a discount off of the work I was getting done. Didn't have to pay co-pays. It was a great deal. I don't know if most dentists do that. I don't think so, but look into if any local dentists, if you're not picky about your dentist, you want to find one that has good reviews, if they do something like that. Again, it can't hurt to ask these companies, these dentist office. I know I get anxiety even calling people on top of like meeting strangers in person, but it helps. I don't care if you need to have like your best friend over for you to call someone to ask for an appointment, for a dentist appointment. I would do it, or Skype with them while you do it, because it's still pandemic season currently while I'm filming this. Again, we're trying to do this purple barbed wire look. I'm gonna put some pops of green in it, maybe some blue, we'll see. But I'm using, of course, my Colourdrain Vivids palette. I need to buy more Colourdrain palettes, because these are like the most bomb formulated eyeshadows I've ever used. I'm being honest, the best, I think. This and Peachy Queen, and what else? Trying to think. Juvia's Place is pretty good. There's not that many eyeshadow companies I super love that work this good. Anyways, I'm rambling. The Dollar Tree. Let me tell you, I am one of those dollar store bargain hunter people. I wish I was an extreme couponer, but I'm not. But I love watching videos about extreme couponers, and I learned from those videos that the Dollar Tree carries the best cleaners for your car and for your home. Like the brand Spick and Span cleaner at Dollar Tree is just as good as the Lysol antibacterial, in the fact that they both cut the same amount of grease, leave your house smelling great. They have great car cleaners. I'm gonna put a video down below by Do It On a Dime about this, about car cleaners and cleaners for your home from Dollar Tree, because it is outstanding. The microfiber cloths. My favorite thing, you know those magic eraser with the guy on it, those things, they have Dollar Tree brands that are so much cheaper and work just the same as the brand name ones in store. This lavender color is giving me life. Oh my gosh, when I lived on my own, I had to find out so many different things. I lived in a very like, one side of the street across from me was like $1 million mansions. The other side of the street across from me was like college dorm rooms and like more affordable housing. Now, there were a lot of break-ins on my street that I lived on in my first apartment that was like literally a shoebox that was like 300 square feet that they said was a 1-bedroom but could have been a studio apartment. And I learned so much living there, so much so that I wish someone told me about this, but I found out. I'm the first person to lose their phone and their keys, and I got this thing called Tile. I know there's other brands that do this, but what it does is you could put the app, I have it not only on my phone but on my iPad, and I could find my phone. I put one on my phone to Tile, and I put a Tile on my keys. So if I lose one of them, I could find the other. I rarely lose my iPad, thank goodness. I could just go to my iPad, go to the Tile app, and find my keys and phone. You have to buy the device, I think, and then on top of it, it's like a monthly subscription thing. Another situation like that I bought when I lived on my own, because, you know, as an influencer, we get so many packages, and there's so many people that are porch pirates that steal packages, like getting candy from a candy store thinking it's a free-for-all. Have y'all seen that video of that guy who worked for NASA that made that device that when package stealers, it was like a booby trap. When they got it and stole it, it actually exploded glitter everywhere. It was hilarious, and it recorded into a video that he put on YouTube. It's hilarious. I'll try to think of putting that down below as well. But to prevent that, I got the Ring camera. There's so many other companies that make cameras like this where you buy a device. I think it's like $200 or less, which I know is pricey when you're living on your own, but it saved my butt because I had so many suspicious people. I had a peeping Tom in my first apartment. I had like creepy stuff happen. I had realtors come into my place, not even working with my landlord or working for the realtor company that was with my apartment, because I was just not bright and couldn't say no, or wasn't like stood up for myself enough to say no. And I learned so much living on my own, and that Ring camera really came in handy as evidence. I got like the guy's license plate who came into my house that didn't even work for what he said he worked for, and it really did help. And on top of it, it's like you could pay $2 a month extra to get those videos and save them on any phone or device for yourself as evidence if anything happens that's like sus. And it really like made me feel safe when I was all on my own, a girl living in LA. So another thing that I learned, I think my dad actually told me this, was when you get and move into an apartment, there's some changes that you can make that they're not gonna even know when you move out or notice. And one of those big changes that is such a lifesaver is your deadbolt in your lock. If you unscrew it, the screws that they use are like half an inch. They're tiny things. What you want to get is a big bad boy that's over an inch long screw. So you take that screw out, screw in a longer one, and it's gonna go deep set into the door, so that if someone's trying to knock down your door and break in, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for them to do it with a deeper screw than it is for the factory screw that they put in there. It really helps just my mindset. Now, I was on Twitter the other day and I did a rant about pots and pans. I know, how 30-something adult of me. But I'm really into cooking. It saves you money. You're gonna learn that when you move out, that if you know how to cook or even put together food at home that you buy at the grocery store over buying food out all the time, it's gonna save you a lot of money. I know a lot of people say this, it's common knowledge, but pots and pans. Now, I had to buy my first set of pots and pans. I think I got Tefal brand, but there's this one set of pot and pans. I see every TikTok chef using it. I know every rich person uses it. And it's this all clad, I think it's called, like a D5 level stainless steel. What that means is 7 layers of stainless steel pots and pans, which sounds like a lot of layers. That's unnecessary. I say unnecessary because these pots and pans are $400 to like $1,800 a set. For one pan, like a frying pan, it's over $200. And I thought that was ridiculous. Like, that's rent for some pots and pans. I was blown away. My jaw was on the floor drooling. Like, am I in a parallel universe that they were talking about? Because what? Does it come with free food? What? I was floored. And when I found that out, I'm like, this isn't worth it. And then I found Chef Risha. I love her recipes. She's on Instagram. She's an amazing chef. I remember just said in, I don't know if it was an Instagram video or what, but she said that IKEA's pots and pans, they're not 7 layers of stainless steel, but they're 2, which is good enough. And they're a fraction of the price. Like, you're gonna get a set for 80 to 100 bucks. And they're so much cheaper and they do the job. And she's a professional chef and buys her pots and pans from IKEA. So that's what I'm gonna do. 1,800 bucks for some pots and pans. We are in adult life, people. That's a really slap in the face that we wake up born having to pay taxes. Anyways, in my inner corner, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do this pop of green color by Colourpop. And it is in the color, I think it's, yes, Mary Jane. Sickening color. It's one of my favorites. Right there. And we're gonna do a little bit of a looking fresh color. It's like this minty green that we're gonna have transition to this like goldy green color. Pots and pans, man. You know this is an adult advice video when we're talking about insurance and pots and pans. But let me tell you, like I said, if you live on your own and you know how to cook, great. But some people, they just want to reheat stuff and like slap it on a plate and eat it. And that's totally okay and fine because we busy we've got a lot on our hands as adults now. Even though I work from home, some days are slammed with Zoom meetings. Some days I have to like get on the floor and clean my floor, cook dinner, and edit videos, film videos, record voiceovers all in the same day. So I'm a busy woman. So I like the crock pot. I need an Instapot. Oh my gosh, those sound amazing, Instapots. But so I have a crock pot. It saved my life. There's so many crock pot recipes that make big, especially if you're unfortunately not vegan, or even if you're vegan, you can make some bomb chili in a crock pot. No, scratch that. Vegans, this is for you too. So crock pots, they're amazing. There's so many crock pot recipes that are great. You can make a Mississippi roast, you can make chili like I said, you can make a pasta dish in there, you can make soups that are bomb in a crock pot, and you just set it, forget it, leave, come back, and it's ready. Takes some time to prep, but it's not as much time as cooking a meal from scratch. Another great life hack I found is, you know how people Google everything? Well, the same thing goes for Bing. I know, who am I? An elderly person that's on Facebook all day? I don't mean to generalize, but who uses Bing? Well, you should use Bing. It's the same, almost the exact same thing as Google. I know I shouldn't say that on YouTube because technically YouTube is Google, they're owned by the same, but so if you Google or you Bing, you search images on Bing and you make an account on Bing, you get points for using Bing, searching your images on Bing. How many times am I gonna say Bing? This is not sponsored by Bing, but it's so useful because when you make said account with the Bing services, you get rewards points every single time you search an image, which for me is a lot because I'm always looking at makeup reference pictures. I'm always looking up pictures to insert in videos. I'm always looking up YouTube videos. And every time I use that, I get credit of points, and you could accumulate enough points to get free gift cards to, you know, Walmart, Amazon, anywhere you want. Well, any option they have for you there. Super helpful. There's another app and service, I'll try to find and put it down below as well, where you can just buying your stuff, like your groceries, let's say, if you're going to Target, making your Target trips, you get a receipt. You need to save that receipt, and when you get home, you can just scan it with your phone using this app, and it gets you, again, credits to get. We could all use some gift cards. And this blew my mind. Another little hack thing I noticed since Rona started was the to-go items on the menus that all the restaurants are doing to try to, you know, save the company, get people to buy the food. I just screwed up my eyeliner, great. Let's start this over again. But like Applebee's was doing, if you drink alcohol, like margaritas, in a gallon pouch that you could take home with you. And I think Olive Garden for sure does this. And other companies, you could get child's menu items that comes with a lot of food for the price of a child, and they don't know you may not have a child at home, whatever. Like, you get a lot of food at Olive Garden for a child's plate, like chicken Alfredo with breadsticks and stuff, and it's so much cheaper than an adult size plate, but it's a lot of food. Just saying. Although don't get like just alcohol in a child, that might look suspicious. I'm gonna do this eyeliner off camera because every single time I talk and move, it just goes all mess up. Alright, I'm back with this eyeliner look. Now we need to put on some lashes. This is probably one of the most difficult, time-consuming, precise liners to do on the planet. Why did I decide to do this? Oh yeah, because I think I'm grown now. Giving advice. Alright, so I know Miss IRS likes to take a % of our paychecks and put to taxes, but you should also take a % of your paycheck if you can. Make that percentage whatever you want it to be, but put it into a savings account. I have multiple savings accounts. You should think about having multiple, like an IRA. If you don't know what an IRA is, it like saves for your future retirement. If your company you're working for doesn't have something like that set up for you, because I work for myself and I have to think of everything in between and get my own insurance type things. It's a hard knock life for us independent people. I'm sure for a lot of people though. So, speaking of jobs, I would recommend, if you have the time and capabilities, to get an extra job like online. Like how I did YouTube, but that takes for freaking ever to usually build up an audience to get AdSense off of, and AdSense lately sucks, to be honest. So what I would do is if you could be a reseller, if you could sell on Amazon. Amazon also has, especially now, a lot of jobs that you could just do online that's not reselling. And if you could open an Etsy store, your own business, if you're into crafting something, or if you're into designing something or making something you can sell on Etsy, that'd be great. Just an extra job, so that I'm always the type of person to work multiple jobs just to save my butt in case something happens. Also, if no one has told you this, ditching cable really helps. I know a lot of us grew up in the era of NTV and cable, but cable isn't what it used to be. A lot of the stuff that you could get on cable, you could get on subscription, things like Netflix, and it's just not worth it for me personally, unless it is for you, to pay the extra, what, 70 to 130 bucks a month for cable, depending on what packages you get. And every time I did get something like that, when I moved out for the first time, I was the type of person to get cable, and they were adding HBO special plans and stuff to my cable package without me knowing it, which made me super suspicious and upset, and I didn't like it. So a lot of the stuff, if I want to get a TV show that's not on Netflix or Hulu or something like that, those both subscriptions are still a lot cheaper a month than getting cable by itself. And if they didn't have that, it's still even cheaper to add on, to buy the individual show on iTunes or something. If you have Apple TV, or, you know, it's just, there's so many different opportunities than standard old cable nowadays. We live in a new age of streaming everything, and it really helps for the pocket sometimes. Another thing I do is errand batching. What this is I do all of my errands one day, meaning I go to the post office, I go do my grocery shopping, I gas my car. If I go get a car wash, I do that all on errand batching day, and I schedule it out so I go to the closest ones first and then come back. You really plan your route that way and save a little bit of gas money, and it just helps me personally stay sane. I also do chores, house cleaning on that day of the week, where I will clean my floors, my bathrooms, and my laundry, all on errand batching day. Or you can just do errand batching day without the cleaning day. Do what you want. These are in the style Audrey by Dollar Lash Club. These lashes? Yeah, I need bottom lashes. I just feel like I do. Oh my gosh, saving on your energy bill. I wish I knew this now, because I'm about to install these in my new house. You could get cling films. I did this for my first apartment, but they weren't the blackout ones like I'm gonna do now, but you could get darker cling films that you could just spray on with a solution and stick it to your window. And what they do is they act like a tint on your window, so that all the heat from the sun isn't coming into your house. Especially, I'm in a remodeled new house, but what they did to my house is they put new insulated windows on only half of the windows in the house, and the other half are old aluminum sided windows, which isn't a problem, but when you live in the heat of Texas, it really affects the temperature in the house, we've noticed, even with the air conditioner. And so we are gonna try blackout curtains, or you do this cling film thing that you get on Walmart or Amazon, and you do this solution spray with a squeegee. It's a whole process, but it will help with energy saving prices. Because I'm telling you, electricity, especially if you're in a house, even more than just although my apartment was more expensive in California with the electricity bill than this house that's twice as big for a lot less money a month. But that's because I went from California to Texas personally. Oh my gosh, when I saw this TikTok hack, it changed my life. So if you have 100% acetone nail polish remover in like a cotton pad, you could take off the label of your packages. Those labels where it has your full name, personal information, address on the package, and say you recycle that package. Now you won't have a chance, hopefully, of people stealing your information, because you could take the information off with some acetone nail polish remover. It has to be 100% acetone. And I've done it, and the hack works, especially if you're recycling. Also, what this does is they leave the sticky white stickers now that don't have your information on it as white stickers, and you can reuse the packages when you're sending out your own products and you're just mailing out your own things and you need boxes and packages. Now you have ones with blank stickers on it that you can write whatever you want on it once it dries. Speaking of reusable packages, you could also use reusable cotton pads, are amazing, reusable straws, wax saran wrap paper out of beeswax that you can make. There's so many things that are reusable out there. It costs money to get it. at first, but it'll save you money in the end. Costco even has a thing where you could reuse your inkjet cartridges and refill them, I think up to 3 times, and it's a fraction of the price than buying new inkjet cartridges for your printer. You know me, I like to do things weird, like put purple right here. I'm gonna put that bright green Mary Jane as the lip highlight. It's not a cat sketch video without lip highlight, you know it. What if I do blue sparkle lip? No, this is a no. Why did I do that? At least I tried, right? And you can wipe it off, it's just makeup. Another thing that will save you is they even have reusable, you know, those, if you could do a period cup, I know for us ladies, or if you do reusable sanitary napkins for periods, they have like really well-made ones that you could, they have like buttons and snaps, so you could discreetly put them in a baggie in your purse and wash them out. Speaking of washing, I know with Corona, I actually bought a bidet because I was so scared of, we had such a bad toilet paper shortage that I bought a bidet. It saves you so much on toilet paper, it's amazing, I love it. This is in the color Next by Sugarpill. I love the scent of Sugarpill's lipsticks. In the center, I'm putting Revive by Ofra. Just putting some gloss on top. And with that, we're completely done with this purple violet tone with pops of green barbed wire makeup look. You should definitely check out Rafaela MUA, who inspired this look on Instagram. Thank you so much for listening to my rants and rambles about things that I learned, little life hack, affordable tips and tricks that I learned after 30. I just hope that you guys enjoyed chilling out with me today and listening about all the things that I learned. All the products I use in this video will be listed down below in the description box as always. Leave a comment down below on a little life like advice or tip, trick that you've learned. I would love to hear it. Subscribe to this channel. I do 2 videos a week. Every Monday and Friday I do beauty makeups like this. I also do effects videos, body paintings, creepy scary makeups, and cool fantasy works. So if you guys want to see that, you should definitely stay tuned. I swear looking down with this makeup is best because the barbed wire says with the pops of green. Thank you again so much for watching, creators, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!